Okay, so wait, just a heads up. The shit on this iceberg is. You won't really get this unless you've either played the mod or just fucking know the characters. But regardless, I do still think it's important that you have prior knowledge of these characters before we get into this, because, yeah, this iceberg is about these two anyways. So yeah, also I'm not reading off a script or any shit like that. We're gonna die like fucking Deimos of Madness combat. Okay, I'll stop. Tip of the iceberg. Remastered sprites. I think this one's just referring to the sprites that were remastered after the Dave and Bambi mod was released. Versus Dave and Bambi. Again, self-explanatory. This one's just referring to the mod that was made and literally the entire reason I'm reading this iceberg. Mr. Bambi's Joke Week. I think this one's just referring to the week that Bambi has in the mod. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. Tristan. Tristan is Dave's adopted son. He has a red shirt, blue pants, you know, the stereotypical kid, and he also bears a bit of a resemblance to Playtime, if you've ever played Baldi's Basics. Old boyfriend vocals. Like the other two I read on here, I think this one's just referring to the old boyfriend vocals for the mod that were recorded before the mod was remastered. Tier 2. Dave's Fun Algebra Class. Dave's Fun Algebra Class is a Baldi's Basics fan game and is where Dave originates from, as you can clearly see by the name. Cheating. Cheating is a secret song in the Dave and Bambi mod. You can access it by playing one of the joke songs and pressing 7, in which you will be teleported to the cheating song. I wouldn't recommend it. It sucks. Versus Tristan. I believe this is a scrapped concept for the Dave and Bambi mod, in which we're supposed to play against Tristan, but I'm not sure. Marcello's Basics 03. I can't explain this one. I have no idea what it's supposed to be about. Bambi stole Zardy's maze. In versus Dave and Bambi, in the assets, or just in the week, just in Bambi's week, you can find a sign that said Zardy's maze, but obviously Bambi scribbled out and just put his name on it. Dave's house. I'm not really sure. Marcello's Funhouse. I believe Marcello's Funhouse is where Bambi originates from. Also, fun fact I thought would be important here. If you go to the wiki for Dave and Bambi, you can see that one of Bambi's aliases is Marcello. So that might have something to do with it. Playable Bambi mod. The Playable Bambi mod was made by RapperUp and was taken with permission and put into the Dave and Bambi mod when it was originally just Dave, and was eventually made into his own character you can fight against. Alpha versions. This is referring to the alpha versions of the Dave and Bambi mod, which I don't believe were ever made public. I could be wrong, but I have no evidence that suggests that an alpha version was ever released to the public. Tier 3. Origin of Supernovae, am I pronouncing that right? / glitch. I have no clue what this one is referring to, as I will with most of these entries. Bambi and Dave in Date Week. You can actually find Dave and Bambi in the background of Date Week. I tried looking myself actually, but I could only find Bambi in the credits. Dave might be in there, but I haven't found him as of yet. Cleary being the original artist. No clue. Hello, it is, Future Sunny here. I came to correct myself. Originally, Clearly, on Twitter and Discord, was the one who was making the Dave sprites before being replaced by the aforementioned RapperUp, who made the Bambi sprite sheet, the playable Bambi sprite sheet. I don't know why I didn't know this, because I literally had the wiki pulled up, but I guess I wasn't looking hard enough. Alright, back to old Sunny. Holy Phone. Also no clue. Dave's last name. Dave's full name is Dave. Okay, I'm sorry. Dave's full name is Dave Sasasmugas, so you can tell why this made it onto the iceberg. Old Maze and Corntheft. According to the wiki, Old Maze and Corntheft were simply scrapped due to the maker of the mod or the person who made the songs just not liking them, and Old Maze was quite repetitive according to the wiki. Bambi is a god and Bambi religion. Bambi is a fucking deity apparently and has an entire religion that worships him. I don't know what else to add, but that's basically it. Get trolled. I think this might be referring to something in the mod. I'm not sure. I haven't yet encountered this myself, but it could be just something referring to something in the mod. Hello, Future Sunny here again. I forgot an entry on this iceberg, I believe. Old Insanity. Old Insanity was completely different from the Insanity we have in the mod right now. Apparently it was scrapped due to its constant uses of jacks, which I guess I can see why it was scrapped. Having to press all those buttons all the time would definitely give someone finger cramps. Alright, back to the actual video. Tier 4. Mr. Bambi in Marcello's Basics. Okay, so I think I was right with the the second tier. I'm still not sure, but Mr. Bambi in Marcello's Basics again could be just a reference to where Bambi originates from. Furiosity window shaking. I haven't experienced this thanks to me, just playing the mod with everything turned off because my eyes are weak. But I do believe this could still just be in the mod. Just don't try and see for yourself. Man, Past Sunny is getting everything wrong. The Furiosity window shaking is still in the game. It has the same effect as Rev in Mid-Fight Masses, where basically it just shakes the screen a lot when it happens. I don't know why I didn't say this before, but I guess I was just being stupid. Phone notes. Okay, I forgot his name, but this plays, the phone notes I think are just one of the secret characters in the Dave and Bambi mod. I forgot who it was, but I'll put it up on the screen if I can find it. Tristan's song in Freeplay. There in some screenshots on the wiki, you can see that you were originally supposed to be able to sing against Tristan, which I guess ties into the versus Tristan entry earlier in the iceberg. Furiosity's FLPs being lost to time. I'm not sure. Dave Placeholder Sprites. Again, in the files, or at least in earlier versions of the game, Dave's placeholder sprites, or at least early sprites, were just an early version of Daddy Dearest that was white, completely white with a little bit of shading, and that's about it. Surreal pinned messages on the Versus Dave Discord server. I have not personally been to the Versus Dave Discord server. I didn't even know it existed until this iceberg, but I'm just assuming this is in reference to the pinned messages in the server. Versus Bambi and Bob. In the wiki for Versus Dave and Bambi, it stated that Bob is Bambi's best friend, so I'm assuming there originally was supposed to be a mod where you could play against those two, but was scrapped. Or is still in development, who knows? Moldy's channel points. I have no clue. Versus Dave Rap. Again, no fucking clue. Tier 5. Old Furiosity, I'm not really sure what this entry is referring to. It could just be a previously charted version of Furiosity that was left in the Dave and Bambi mod, but I could be wrong. Versus Dave Placeholder Backgrounds. I'm not sure what this one is referring to. I believe on the wiki you can find some placeholder backgrounds that were supposed to be used in the mod, but if they are, I can't find them right now. Dave, the Rocket. Okay, so, once upon a time, Dave had two legs, and he lost them thanks to a rocket accident that happened in the science place he worked at, which is why in the mod he is in a wheelchair and has two metal sticks. Bambi civilization. I'm assuming this one is referring to just an entire civilization of things that look exactly like Bambi, or at least bear some resemblance to him. And it makes sense considering the other people in the mod that aren't Dave and Tristan bear a resemblance to Bambi, so it's not too far off. Marcello trolled Dave Goes to Six Flags and Sans Melody in the second Tristan song. I have no clue what these are referring to. Dave has erectile dysfunction. No.